So I've just washed and dried my face, and I've used a little bit of moisturizer. I've just used some Aveeno moisturizer. So I'm gonna go in with my primer, my very old Mary Kay primer that I've had for a very long time. Somebody gave me this one recently, and because I've got my new contact lenses in, which I haven't quite adjusted to, I can't read it. But I think that says hydrating primer. I hope so. And it's a Maybelline one, so I thought, let me try this one because it should be a good brand. I'm just gonna put some on here. Oh, that's different because the primer I'm used to is see-through, I'm sure. That's the Mary Kay one, and that's the Maybelline. I might just mix them as it's already on my hand. And I'm just gonna give my face a little moisturizer. No, that's not enough. I was watching a video recently that said that the primer is very important, so you get a smooth finish, and then it doesn't, and they used an orange to show the difference between when you use a primer and when you don't use a primer. So you get a nice base and your makeup doesn't end up being cracky. So okay, if they say so. I don't always use a primer, to be honest. And I think when I don't, actually, I end up moisturizing my face with the foundation, which isn't good because our face is always going to be a little bit dry, especially if you just wash it, and especially if you live in these cold climates where the air is a bit drier than the moist air of the Caribbean, like Jamaica. Okay. I wonder if I can do this and talk about something that's dear to my heart at the same time. So I've decided to work on my YouTube channel because I think it's really cute to document your life, and you can't document everything on your phone. And whilst doing that, if I can build up on subscribers, then eventually I can get paid from it. I'm at 400 and something. I got some new subscribers today, so thank you very much. Maybe about 5, but as I was saying to myself earlier, and I can definitely do YouTube because I don't mind talking to myself. As I was saying earlier, if it's even 1 subscriber a week, that's growth. Now, these two foundation, both Mary Kay, but this is the old look and this is the newer look. I don't know if the look has updated, but I have ordered a new foundation. There isn't much in it, but still enough. I'm just going to show that they're 2 different shades. So normally, previously, I would mix these, especially in the summer when I've got a bit of a tan. I would mix them, but I don't think I need to mix it now. Maybe I will for my dark spots. So I like to try my best to cover my spots. I don't know if my concealer that I have is going to be sufficient to cover it as much as I'd like to. But I've got a Mary Kay concealer, which I love. I like my Mary Kay makeup. It always does me justice. And whenever I do it, whenever I wear my makeup, people always tell me that they like my foundation. So this, you hear that? It's finishing. But this is how I apply my foundation. I don't know. This is how I put it on to start with. So I squeeze a little bit there and a little bit there. And trust me, when I'm finished, it can wear. You know, it's not no great thing. But be free. If anybody watches this, that is, because I might just be talking to myself. But if it's even next year, be free to give me some tips and tell me where to go. Maybe suggest somebody who has a similar shade to me, and then I can learn from them. I watch Chrissy sometimes, but I think I need to do it step by step because I'm not going to take in everything. Or maybe I need to get a book and write some notes. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to use my brush. I like this brush. This is my older brush. This is Avon. This one is Mary Kay. But I like the coverage that this brush gives. I didn't put any on my nose, but today I saw a video with a lady doing her makeup, and she used a flat brush, and she kind of did this when she was applying it. She said to not clog the pores. So she goes out like this. I don't know if that's actually a thing. Let me know what you think in the comments if anybody watches. Anyways, here goes. I always also do under my eyes and around my lids at the same time because they are so dark. But I think because of my dark spots, and I'm very conscious of them when I care to be, so that when I do my makeup, I try my best to cover them. I don't always wear makeup like for work, only because I can't get up early. No, I can get up early enough. It's not impossible, but I'm just LAZY. As I said, I've got a new one in the post. I ordered one from Mary Kay lady, Sophia, my dear friend and my sister-in-law. And she told me yesterday that it's in the post. It didn't come today, so I guess it will come tomorrow. But look, I tapped that and it's not pooping anymore. So there's still enough in it. See? I add extra. I normally put more to my cheeks because of these spots. And see, I got a fresh spot there because I've been picking. Somebody tell me to stop picking, please. What's the secret to stop picking? Wear makeup every day, then I won't pick because I won't see the things to pick. That's probably a solution. But here we go. And I'm very interested in this program. I'm hoping it's not too loud to distract. But especially it has Dexter Daps on it. So it's The Cut by Wayne Marshall in Jamaica. So many things I want to talk about. But while doing my foundation, I can talk a little bit. Oh yeah. So yeah, they're talking about Shabba Mother Pattern thing and how what schools they went to and how different things have influenced their lives. Now, whenever I'm on half term. Who doesn't know? I'm a teacher. We're on school half term this week. And whenever I'm on half term, I find that I have extra time to be very reflective. These earrings are getting in my way. So I've been very reflective. Last week, I lost a friend, a dear friend, and I'm going to give you a little story on my dear friend. So, his name is Franklin Anderson. We went to high school together. He was in my class. I remember him very well, but we never spoke in high school or anything. 2020 came, and I was going through some things in my family and in my personal life. He had no idea because that was from like June. In December of 2020, he contacted me on Facebook and we were just talking, and he was telling me about some things that he was going through in his life regarding relationships and whatever, and he was making some assumptions about my life based on what he sees on social media. And I was like, well, I'm very open. I don't hide a lot, neither do I say too much, but I don't mind talking. I like to talk. I don't mind talking. I talk, and I don't mind like doing social media is something I thought I could do, but at the same time, it takes us a level of bravery to do social media, to come on social media and talk to the phone like this. So anyways, Franklin and I started talking online on Facebook, and I was telling him about some personal things that I was going through, and he would tell me about some things that he was going through. And he was then living in America, from Jamaica to America, and he was telling me how he ended up. I've just added some more foundation because I can see my spots. So he was telling me how he ended up in America and who came with him to America, or came a little bit after he got there, and some things that they went through, which was his girlfriend at the time, and some things. And then she wasn't there anymore. She went back to Jamaica, and yeah, and this was heights of COVID 2020. A lot of things were shut down. There were a lot of restrictions and stuff. So people had more time to be at home. So I spent hours and hours and weeks and days and months on the phone with Franklin. He also told me that he had a crush on me in high school. Yeah, and we got talking and we spoke night and day for hours and hours and hours. And we got very close. And he became somebody I found that I could talk to. He was so humble, so calm, so truthful, so honest, so helpful, so unbiased, always so patient, listening, so understanding, you know, just always there. And I would always say to him, at the time I was doing some counseling as well, 2021, and he would talk to me before I see the counselor. When I saw the counselor, he would always ask me, how was it? And things like that. And it just always was a comfort to know that I had this person on the other end of the phone. Because even though I have friends and family, sometimes with friends and family, you feel like they expect you to just shut up and just get on with it. When you want to talk, you want to have that person to just talk, to just listen, you know. And I would tell Franklin that he's so calm and patient, and he's like my counselor, even though he's not really counseling me, but just that he's listening to me. And he would say that I've done so much for him too, because people always told me I was encouraging and stuff. I encouraged him to take up back his painting. He told me, I don't know if it was lie, I don't think it's lie, he wouldn't have no reason to lie, but he told me, and there's proof. His one of the first paintings, he showed me some paintings that he did from years ago, and I was like, these are really good, you should do it and stuff. And I would always ask him, so when you're gonna start painting, when you're gonna start painting? So this is concealer. I'm just gonna try and cover my spots a bit more. So when you're gonna start painting and stuff, and I'm gonna turn on the next light. And he did a painting, and at first he didn't show me what he was painting. I always told him that my favorite color was blue because I like the sky. He painted with one of his first paintings he did again was a painting of I see they do this and I see they do that, so I'm gonna copy that. So one of the first paintings he did was a beach scene which showed the sky and the sea, and it had like a palm tree and so on. And he said that was for me, and I think I didn't even know at first that it was for me. And he posted it to me all the way in the UK, and it hangs in my living room. And he did more paintings after that, which he would show me. He would send them to me. There were times when we didn't speak for months for whatever different reasons, but we always link up again and say, hi, what's going on and things. We spoke of the possibilities too, if you get what I mean. Yeah, but we spoke like all the time. The worst happened last week, Thursday. I was at work and I spoke to him. I mean, even this year, like up to like 3 weeks ago, I spoke to him and hadn't spoken to him. If it wasn't for a particular situation, I would have probably been talking to him the day I got the bad news. Last week, Thursday, I was at work. I knew Franklin through this friend of his because one time I wanted to surprise him and send something to him via social media, via just getting something online. And I contacted his workmate who we also lived with, who was kind of his friend, Garrett, on Instagram to ask him some questions. So last week, Thursday, I was at work and I was on lunch break and I thought I saw Instagram missed call from Garrett. At first I didn't even clock who it was. I'm like, who's this person? So me go on it and me look at the pictures and me see the messages that we sent each other before. I'm like, how comes Garrett to call me by Instagram? Like, he didn't have my number. And so I tried to call back, but I didn't get through. Good thing I never get through, because that would have ruined my day, and we had an inspection at work. When I got home now, maybe probably after 6 or so in the evening, open Facebook, I see rest in peace, condolences, Franklin Anderson. I'm like, what? That's all I could say. What? I say, McCall, quick time, go back on Instagram now. And me I call the guy and him answer the phone. And me say, tell me say a lie. Me see you miss call them today. That year that call me if you tell me. Him say yes. Me say I can't true. Him say true. Me say what happened. Him tell me what happened, which me no want to talk about on here right now. But he told me how it happened, and I'm like, no, I couldn't help it. Me drop on the ground and my ball, because That he was my friend. Now him gone. I don't know who that person is going to be. I feel lost. I gonna start crying. I can't cry when I do my makeup. I still can't feel like so lost. Can't understand it because, and then I hadn't spoken, and you know why I never talked to him like 3 weeks previous? Because I was talking to him about something, and I felt like he would have felt let down because I told him I wasn't going to do something that I did, and I was afraid to tell him that I actually went back on my word, because he wanted to make sure that I'm happy with my life and that I wasn't being taken for granted. And you know, I told him, he was my confidant. I told him some personal stuff that was going on in my life, and he was listening, but he was never unfair. He was always saying, as long as it makes you happy. What a man. What a man. Jeez. Never seen him since high school, and he's gone. And this is why I say you have to cherish who you have in your life. No, I can't see you now because I've been my contacts. You have to cherish people because you don't know when it's going to be their last day or when it's going to be your last day. Because I could have, this man have so many plans for the future. He's done so many things since he's been in America. He has his 12-year-old daughter, and him and her live. And even with her, there were times when him said to me, say, oh, you know, say, this is happening with her and in Florida. And I said, go for your child. Why you not have your child with you where you are? And he did. And him always said, you encourage me to do certain things. And he was happy that he made the decision that he did after we spoke about it. So sometimes I'm like, suppose me never tell him to do that. Maybe he wouldn't dead. Maybe this wouldn't happen. Because even when he moved, at the time he was living with his workmates and his friends, and he moved from where he was living to, because he was going to get his daughter to live with him in a different state. And I'm like, geez, suppose maybe if I hadn't told him that, he'd still be alive. Maybe if I had spoken to him on that day, he would have been in a different place. He'd have probably been delayed. He'd have probably been on his phone with me or something. I'm like, what could I have done to prevent it, you know? And really and truly, I couldn't do anything. And my friend said to me, don't blame yourself, you know? It's nothing to do with you. But you can't help it. So that's my eyebrow pencil, but I don't know which one's which. I think one's a wet brow pencil. I can't really see it. It says Brows on Demand 2-in-1. I don't even know what these things are that I buy. But that one is a bit harder, and I think this one is a bit softer. I bought this from Shein, and I have used it once, so I'm going to try and use it to fill my brows in now. When I fill my brows in, I normally also use my concealer to go around it to kind of highlight it. I can't remember if I normally do the concealer first or I can't look in the phone because of my lenses. My new lenses, I haven't adjusted to them yet. So I have to look far away so I can see properly. So I'm looking in the mirror. And I don't think I'm going to be able to put on the lashes because I won't be able to see, because I haven't adjusted. My eyes and my brain haven't quite connected yet to adjust. Look, I have to do that to see it, to use the lenses as they should be. I should be able to see close with them because they're multifocals, but I'm not used to wearing multifocals. So I'm going to have to take time to get used to it. So anyways, I like this pencil. So yeah, I said, you know what? I'm going to document my life, and I'm going to try my best with the time that I have on this earth to make sure that things are in order. And my children are going to continue to be my priority. And I said, I'm going to start taking this YouTube thing serious because people are making moves with it, you know? And I feel like it can be useful. And if I try to document my life, at least I got something. I probably won't be forgotten so quickly after if something should happen, you know? because life is just so unfair. People just go, and then gradually over time people start forgetting them. You have to live on, and this is another reason why I included this on this video, because I want to have it go back and look on like 5-10 years down the line and say, wow, yeah, my friend Franklin made such an impact on my life. He was such a, and up to yesterday I was crying, you know, because I'm still in disbelief. Can't believe that he's not available. You take it for granted that somebody's always going to be there for you, and when they're not, you don't know how to deal with it. This is quite pink on my lips though. I used this thing and it didn't even look that pink, but boy, it looked pink now. I got this one as well, which is even redder. Let's see. That's too bright, so I'm just gonna use my finger. Can I use my eyebrow pencil on my lips? I think I need lip pencil. I don't have that. So I'm going to make a list of things that I need to get, that I need to buy. I don't spend a lot of money on makeup because as long as I can do it with whatever. Even Mary Kay can be expensive. And that's as expensive as I go, and I don't get a lot of it at once. What's the point? I'm not using them. I don't know how to use them. I'm gonna totally mess this up now, isn't it? Let's see. I'm gonna show ya on the phone. But I usually do this just to highlight my brows because I've seen people do something like this and I think it does something. So I do it. I don't know if I need more under my eyes. I think I probably need more concealer under my eyes because here still looks a bit dark-ish, but I don't want to go too much and mess it up badly and then I can't get it back, you know. But I got a little brush here. I need more brushes too, but everything in due time. Rome wasn't built in a day, and I can make do with what I have. Here we go. Let me go come down here so the phone can see what's taken place. So here we go, a bit of highlight for my, I think that does something, doesn't it? Does it pop? Does it pop? And then I'm gonna go over to this one, but there's a little bit of concealer in the black. I'm gonna have to go over that again with the pencil. Yes, so rest in peace, my dear friend. See, we don't know how we get on or we're gonna move on without people, but we do because we don't have a choice. And I've been through things in life where I think, how am I gonna move on? Like, what do I do now? Like, things have changed so much. What am I gonna do? I don't know this life that I'm now gonna have to live. But what choice have you got but to get up and do what you gotta do? You can't lay down and play dead, you know. Once you have life, you have to keep going. And that's all I've done. Today the lady on the video used concealer on her lids. So I'm just gonna put some concealer up here too. Don't ask me what I'm doing, but I'm doing. Oops. I'm not gonna do my lashes, as I said. I'm not gonna put on the false lashes because I won't be able to see, and I'm not ready to take out my contact lenses as yet because I want to give my eyes some time to adjust to them. Here we go. How am I doing? Is it too white? Now, this is sometimes all I do is foundation. Yeah, let me click the light and see. Maybe it's too much light, but sometimes all I do is foundation. But I got some powder, so I'm gonna try. I wonder if I can contour with this powder. I saw messy then. Is this what I see they do? We go up on the true lines and they go up to the temple. Don't laugh at me. Laugh with me, man. This looks like I'm doing a blush. No, she go like this. She go like this. And you go around. And then you don't brush. You dab. You dab, you know, to just... And you just make it up as you go along, you know. You just want to tone that down so you get a nice sun-kissed look. See, I remembered what I watched. That's what she said. And you don't want to, you know, you just want to tone it down so you get a nice sun-kissed look. You tone it down a bit. And this is the I don't know what this foundation is called, but it's not powder, and it's not foundation, it's powder, but it's yeah, something powder. It's not loose powder, it's some other kind of powder. Yeah, so you just dab it like this. Yeah, just to tone it down a bit. Yeah, so you get a sun-kissed look. Yeah, maybe I should do my edges. I don't know how I really look, but I think it's coming. I don't know. Okay, there's some loose powder, but I think that's just gonna make me white. Let's see. And I use one brush. I got another brush, but what's the point of making it dark with this one and then light with that one? So just shows I don't know what I'm doing, but it looks like something. I got some edges thing. I can do my edges, so that will kind of bring it off, I guess. Now I've got no clue. Remember, I don't know what I'm doing. I could make my eyes get little color, but I ain't gonna do that right now. Not gonna do that because I haven't got a clue what to do with that anyway. Sometimes when I'm ready, if I'm wearing blue, I just blow up here. So blue, and it look all right. It looks okay. So here goes for the mascara. And that, let's see the look. So let me come a bit closer so you can see what my lashes already look like, so we can rate it or not rate it. This mascara, She Glam. So I guess She Glam means Sheen. What does that say? What that say, Planka Shop? I watch too much Auntie Dana. What that say, Planka Shop? Okay, plankers. I'm now gonna do my lashes. Is that given? Is that a good mascara or not a good mascara? My old mascara, and I've made a mess of it, by the way, which I've noticed that I got probably too much down the bottom. So it gone. Where was this mascara from? This was from Avon. Is there anything left in it? Let's compare. Let's compare. That's the Avon eye. And that's the Sheen eye. I think the Sheen eye is more given. That's the Sheen eye. Should I pop the lashes on? I'm gonna do this more often. Give me some tips. Send me to some videos. I'm gonna get some products and I'm gonna try, okay? Now, I got this and I have the red one. Where's the red one? This is the yellowy one, gummy. And here's the red one. The red one's the one I'm used to. And this is hence why this one has more in it. When I use this one, I think I got some residue, too much for my liking. But I don't like my lips so red. It gives old vibes. It gives granny vibes. Get what I mean? Here is my edges. This video is probably way too long. So I'm gonna chop it in two. do have a little brush for that too. I got a little brush for that, but it's way over there. Look at the makeup in my edges. Need a little water now. Where's my little brush? Where's my little brush? Here's my little, say hello to my little friend. One Sunday morning, go to market, buy onion, tomato, and garlic. 2 pounds of rice, 2 pounds of saltfish, and make some dirty brows with makeup in it. No idea what I look like, but this is my makeup. But I hate these lips. Mercy. Lick it up.